This is the Marvel Legends series X-Men movie anniversary. Wolverine. Hugh Jackman as Logan. Wolverine. Very cool. I picked up this figure from Kal-El Collectibles. Let's get him out of packaging. And here's Wolverine from the first X-Men movie out of packaging. And the figure is okay. The first thing that really caught my attention with this figure is this head sculpt. And for me, this head sculpt, I think, can make or break this figure. It really depends on how you like it. Personally, I think I'm sorry, but it's a deal breaker for me. It just feels like he's having a really tough enema, or somebody's about to stick a big needle up his behind and he's just grimacing and it's like, no. Or it's like somebody has fed him some really bad broccoli and he's like, I want some steak. It's I don't know, it just feels like the head sculpt kind of reminds you of those old NECA figures, those horror films NECA figures, and it's just not doing it for me. I think the emotion is a little bit half-baked on this particular head sculpt, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more. Coming from the fact that I just reviewed this, and this one you can really clearly see how raw the emotion is. He's just about to slice and dice this bad guy. And this one, it's just, yeah, the emotion seems fake or like I said, half-baked. And I guess I don't know what they were going for with this, but if you look at the emotions of Hugh Jackman in some of his promo videos or promo materials, it's like you get to see a lot of creases, a lot of the forehead, the eyebrows, the side of the mouth, and you can clearly see how that emotion is coming across you, and you can literally hear his berserker rage, the scream of his berserker rage when you just look at this kind of picture. I think they were going for this one, and yeah, you can see here how tense the muscles are on the face, and yeah, and here it's just not present. And I'm sorry to be taking so much time with this head sculpt, because this head sculpt for some reason has just brought this figure's ratings for me severely. I don't know. Anyway, he does come with another head sculpt, and this head sculpt I think is much better than that one. And given the fact that we've also seen another head sculpt, I don't know, the tank top Wolverine I feel is way superior, and there he goes, I think is much superior to this jacket Wolverine. Even this head sculpt, I do like this one actually. To a certain extent, I might actually like this version, his nonchalant type of facial expression, better than this one. But definitely when it comes to the berserker face or to the rabid Wolverine head sculpt, the tank top version just beats this one by a mile, because this one's really just not working for me. Also, one thing I noticed about the claws on the copy that I got, it's less perfect than this one. It's a very, very minor complaint, but the way these claws were assembled on this figure, it feels like the shortest claw is the middle claw, when it should be that I think at least the middle claw should be the longest one, like this one. And you can clearly see right here it's been assembled a few millimeters off. And it's the same with the other hand. See how perfect the claws on the tank top Wolverine are compared to this one. This one is, the middle claw is a little bit skewed down, and it could just be quality control issues, and it could be a case-to-case basis. It doesn't necessarily mean that all the figures in the Jacket Wolverine have been assembled improperly. It could just be my bad luck that I got a set of claws that weren't as perfect. The figure also comes with a pair of hands that don't have the claws, which I thought was totally useless. You don't really need Wolverine. You know, nobody poses Wolverine without the claws on their shelves. I don't know. Maybe some collectors might need that. I like the fact that they actually put a lot of effort in providing as much detail to this figure, as close as possible to how he looked like in the movie. The jeans, the legs, the shoes, and the waist piece, the crotch piece, is identical to the tank top Wolverine. It's just painted differently and molded in a different color of plastic. I do like the belt buckle paint on this one more than this one. This one is a little too yellow for me in terms of the gold. He does come with a jacket, and underneath he's got that flannel shirt and an undershirt. The jacket holes do not hinder articulation for the figure's arms, which is great. Jacket itself has a ton of nice detail, some wash, some extra paint. Just makes the jacket feel like it's really leather, and it's how it looked like in the movie. Even the markings off of the lighter shade, the tan colored leather pieces, they did that on purpose, and I like the fact that it looks so weathered, and you get the feel that this is how he really looked like in the movie. So articulation for the figure, he's got a ball jointed neck. It's a double ball joint. You can swap out this one, the extra head, and I think really this one is the better head sculpt between the two. And see him like this. When we first encounter Wolverine, he's always brooding, he's always thinking when he's about to slice and dice. He's got an ab crunch, very tight, ratcheting joint, ratcheting waist swivel. He's got butterfly joints that allow your shoulders to go forward and backward. The shoulders can go in and out, forward and backward, 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, ball hinge wrists that go in and out, same as this one. Ball jointed hips, much like this figure. Forward and backward, in and out, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ball hinge ankles, they swivel, move up and down, and the rocker pivot. Some final thoughts on this figure. I think it's still okay. It's gonna get an 8 out of 10 for me. This head sculpt is really messing this figure up for me, and it's a shame because this is one of my favorite Wolverine characters, and it's the first time we've seen a legit Wolverine on the big screen, and everybody fell in love with Hugh Jackman with this role, and this is his first version in the first X-Men movie, and it's one of my favorites, and I really like it, but the figure's just not doing it enough, not doing it 100% for me. So I'm torn whether I should let it go. I know a buddy who'd be interested to have this figure, or just keep it alongside with this one. But suffice to say, this is the go-to movie Wolverine for me. If you're going to pick between the two, spend your time and effort and funds tracking this figure down instead of this one. By all means, it's not a super bad figure. It's just not a excellent figure in my opinion. And I think Hasbro could have done a better job with that head sculpt. And I mean, after doing this, you'd think they'd do a wonderful job. It kind of even looks like Sabretooth at certain angles. I don't know. Maybe it's still Logan, but it's just feeling, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's a small thing. I mean, it's a small, one bit of aspect of this figure. I'm sure the designers put a ton of effort in giving us a fantastic body mold and sculpt, but even a great looking alternate head, but it's really bugging me, and I don't know what to say. I wouldn't recommend, if you just have to get one, just get this one, but it wouldn't, if you're a big Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine fan, by all means get both. So there you have it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed my video review of the Marvel Legends X-Men movie Wolverine, X-Men Anniversary, Marvel Legends line. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this figure. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with me or disagree? I'd be interested to know what you think of this figure. Let me know in the comment section, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, please check out my Patreon account. There's a link in the description box below. And as always, thanks for watching.